This is Artisanette with Cooking Couture Atlanta. Hey, honey, listen, it's May 11th. It's the 131st day of the year. Today is National Eat What You Want Day. Okay. And it's also National Hostess Cupcake Day. Hostess Cupcakes are kind of sentimental to me, so I thought we'd talk about them a little bit because they're from St. Louis, and that was one of my first field trips as a child, was going to the Hostess Bakery and seeing how they baked and made Hostess cupcakes. They were created in 1919 and they claimed to be the first snack cake on the market, but then Tasty Cakes came out and disputed that and said no, they weren't, but they still claim to be. 1950, they started adding the squiggly line and the cream filling to separate them from other snack cakes on the market, namely Tasty Cakes. And I want to talk about the herbalist in me, cannot resist talking about the ingredients in this that we are giving to our children. Listen, the first ingredient, of course, is sugar. So if you just want to eat a container of sugar, why don't you make your own cakes? Like, I cannot believe that cost me $2.59. I was only expecting to pay 50 cents for it. I guess I thought it was still 1986 or something. I don't know what I'm tripping off of. But it cost me $2.49 for that mess. A box of cake mix is just $1 for $2.49. You can make something a whole lot closer to homemade and a little bit healthier for you than these cupcakes. They have a lot of preservatives and chemicals in them to keep them stabilized so that they can stay on the shelf and so that they can stay fresh like forever. Like, it ain't cute that something could stay fresh this long. That's just all chemicals. So sugar, water, enriched bleached flour, some malt barley flour, and then sulfur, phosphate, and then like chemicals. And we are wondering why kids are having so many different allergies, autism, learning delays. We are just pumping them full of chemicals, and then when they grow up and they have all kind of autoimmune diseases and cancer, we wondering why. I really hope that it's no grown people, especially grown men, out here eating this. I know it's this don't satisfy anything. The glucose spike that this gives you is going to make you hungry in less than 2 hours and more strongly craving sweets. Whenever you eat these super processed sweets, first ingredient is sugar. Soon as you put it in your mouth, it attacks your system and goes in your system like heroin. And you might feel good for a minute, but I'm telling you, this won't even last you 2 hours. In an hour, not only are you going to crash, your glucose is going to go all the way back down because of it, but you're going to crave more of it stronger than you did initially. The more I read, when I first looked at it and smelled it, I was like, oh, I ain't had one of these in years. I want a bite. The more I looked at those chemicals, the more I looked at the calories, it's just ridiculous. And the grams of fat on that joker, ain't no way I'm gonna put that in my mouth. And I'd be doggone if I give it to my grandchild. I would never. That stuff is horrible for you. I know that ain't why they created National Hostess Day. They did it to promote the madness. They want you to continue on with the heroin up your veins. Listen, if I ever go in anybody's house, a grown intellect, you can't be an intellect and have Hostess snack cakes, stuff that's on the shelf, packaged in your house. If you're not baking it, then they don't need to eat it. Oh, it ain't that serious. That stuff is not good for you on so many levels. That sugar, all that's attacking your insides. Okay, listen, eating is spiritual. Be intentional when you eat. Cooking is even more spiritual. We got to be more intentional.